Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Ksenia, I'm a website designer. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to create and design a testimonial section in Squarespace using the Fluid engine. Let's open a Squarespace and start building. In Squarespace, just add a section. Here, we already have some pre-laid out testimonials, and we can just adjust them. If we click edit content, we're gonna see all of the content available to us, meaning there is a title, there is a button, which just appear below. There is also for each individual item that you see here, we have an image, a title, a body, and we can also add a button to each of them. We can turn off any of these elements if we don't need them for our layout. Like that. If you want to edit the actual elements, navigate to the content tab, and here you will see all of the elements and all of the items that are currently available. You can remove the ones that you don't need or edit the ones that you want to keep. You can replace the image, change the title, and change the description. On a design, we can adjust how the testimonials are displayed. Currently it's set to carousel, but we can also choose a simple list, and in that case set this to 2 columns and navigate to size and space. Under the media width, I can make it way smaller so it doesn't take that much of a space. We can also adjust the width of our content over here if we want it to be a little bit tighter. And let's go back to the carousel. Here we can adjust how many columns we would like to have. Currently it's set to 3, but we can minimize it to 2 or even 1 and just have one large testimonial. If you go to style, and all you have to do is just turn off the card to have it removed, or we can keep it there. We can also do adjustments to the padding around the card by using these controls over here, or we can minimize individual settings for top, bottom, right, and left. Also for these arrows over here, we can adjust the position of them. So they could be positioned to the center, position them at the bottom, and we can control where at the bottom, center, left, etc. We can also control the navigation above the arrow. We can also add image to the background. If you hover over this section, click edit section and then navigate to background. Here we can add an image that would be displayed on the background. Using this pointer, I'm going to reposition the image on the background, then adjust the overlay opacity. Or what would be best for this section is change a theme, edit section, and then colors. Select a dark theme, white text on a black background. I can remove the image, and under the design and style, I would like to increase the size. Click this 3 dots, and I will increase the size of my testimonial, and I can also increase the size of the name. Then the next step, I would like to decrease the width of this testimonial. Navigate to size and space, and under the content width, I don't want it to be large. I want to set it to something like 80%. Now I would like to adjust for this whole section to be a little bit taller. Navigate to size and space. Under the vertical padding, I'm going to add a little bit of padding to the top and to the bottom. And the last thing I like to do for this type of section is go to style, then navigate to colors. I'm going to select the theme that this particular section is using, which is dark one. And if I click with my mouse into this section on the right, it's going to display all of the elements that are currently available in this section. And for the arrow background, I just want to remove that background. I just don't usually like it, and for most of my designs I do remove that background color. And click save. And this is the way we were able to customize the carousel testimonial section. Because you have all this flexibility on how you are able to customize it, you can achieve a lot of different layouts. If you don't want to manually copy and paste every testimonial, especially if you already have reviews on Google, Facebook, or Yelp, this next option is for you. You can use a third-party tool like Elfside, which lets you automatically pull your reviews from other platforms and display them beautifully on your Squarespace site. Here's how it works. After you created an account and logged in to Elfside website, under the catalog, you can browse at different widgets by categories, chat, reviews, e-commerce, social, etc. Once you select the widget, you can customize how it's going to be displayed on your website, a carousel, floating banner, or a grid section. Once you selected the layout you like, you just press continue with this template, and then you will need Yelp URL profile. Copy this link and insert it here. Once you click publish, just select the tier that is most appropriate to you. You can start for free. All we have to do, copy this code, navigate to the page where you would like to display the reviews, look for code widget, and then just paste your code. And before we wrap up, I want to show you a few creative testimonial sections built using my own Squarespace templates. If you like how this look and you don't want to build everything from scratch, I have a template available that already include layouts like this. You can just swap your text and photos and you'll be ready to publish. I'll link them below if you want to take a look. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below if you want to see any particular design tutorials tailored to Squarespace.